Hi there crafters, this is Becca with Amazing Paper Grace, and today I wanted to show you one of my craft heroes, and it is this Stamp-a-line tool. Now this one is called Stamp-a-ma-jig, but there are many different kinds out on the market, some of them acrylic, and I have quite a few of them. They all pretty much work the same, but they're just a nice tool that allows you to get professional results. So I'm going to show you how. This is a card that I'm working on, and this is a stamp that I want to stamp there. However, it's really tight. There's not a lot of room for error. So that's, I actually use a Stamp-a-ma-jig or Stamp-a-line tool for everything, but that's definitely a reason that you would want to use a tool like this. Incidentally, I use this Stamp-a-line tool for a wooden block stamp. I use it for cling stamps, and then I also use them for clear stamps simply because I cannot trust myself to get it straight. And definitely on a final product or something where I don't have much of the paper, I really need to get it right. So I like to take the time and use this tool. It is honestly one of my heroes. So the way that we're going to use it is you pull out your stamp and you have your Stamp-a-line tool. I use wax paper, and whatever paper you're going to use, just make sure it's square. And it should be see-through. Some people use a piece of acrylic, some people use tracing paper. So you're going to start out by making your paper align along each edge here snugly. And then you're going to take your stamp. And since this is kind of a run through, it doesn't make any difference what kind of ink you stamp in. A not messy ink would be my choice. But you're just going to go ahead and ink it up. And then you're going to align the stamp so that it falls right along the edge and along the bottom, and press down. And that's going to give you a preview image. You can pull this away now, and my preview image is on here. I can audition it, the print, anywhere along here. I'm just going to let it go up. The B is going to touch, and then I'm going to straighten it, get it exactly like I like. Then I'm going to bring the stamp tool back in, and I'm going to realign it so that it's snug within this L right here. Okay, once I have it aligned how I like it, this shows up how I want it to be, I'll pull that away, and then I'll ink the stamp with my final ink, the ink that I want on my project, and then I'll line this up along both of the edges, and I'll stamp straight up and straight down. I can pull this away, and there we go. Perfectly centered. It's exactly where I want it to be. So now I can put this on my project, and I didn't have to mess up anything to get there. Okay, so I mentioned that I also use the stamp positioner with cling stamps and clear stamps. And I do it just because I can't trust myself to get it straight. So I have a clear one here, and I'll show you how that works. I have a gridded block that I put this on, and I just put my sentiment all the way to the left side because I know when I turn it over, this keeps it in kind of close, which is good. So here again, we're going to do a preview piece. I'm just going to pull in a piece of wax paper, and whatever paper you use, it needs to be square. And then I'm going to butt it up so that it hits these two edges. Then I'll go and I'll ink my stamp. It doesn't matter what you ink it with for the preview, but I'll just use my final ink, the ink I'm using for my project. So I'll come in and I'll align my mount, my clear mount, with this vertical and the horizontal axis here, and I'll stamp down for my preview. This can go away for the time being, and So this is what I can use to judge where I want my final placement. So I have a piece of paper here, and this sentiment is kind of tricky where the words are because it's right justified. So I would never just stamp this down without being able to preview how it looks good. So I can move this all around, and I think right here is okay. So that means if this is okay right here, I'm just going to bring in my alignment tool so that everything is butted up just like when I arranged for the preview. And I'll take the preview piece away. I'll do the final inking of my stamp, and then I'll come in, make sure my stamp is flush with both straight sides, and I'll push straight down. The positioner can be pulled away. I'm just going to press for my impression, and then I'm going to pull up. And so that is placed exactly where the positioner aided me in placing it. It works every time. I'm telling you, these tools right here help you get a professional result, and they're my hero. So I hope you enjoyed me sharing something I use on a daily basis, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.